Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been your True Dad, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where things might look good if we just look at a map. We've got a healthy empire going on, but let's just say we've got problems at home and at work. You see, many years ago I married into the Scottish royalty, hoping that it would get me a really nice claim, because there were some beautiful claims on the Kingdom of Scotland that could actually be inherited, absolutely beautiful and sexy. Problem is, I didn't actually manage to get a single child out of my wife, and now she's past childbearing age. So, I've sent her on a nice vacation to an island that's currently completely infested with consumption. She hasn't quite got the hint yet, but hopefully she will, and then, you know what, it's fine. She'll kind of figure that out sooner or later. But here's the other thing. There are ways in this world to get children other than out of your wife, like out of literally everybody else. So, I think later this year, I can actually go over to, yes, seduction focus. Now, yes indeed, it's in about 6 or 7 months' time. I can move over to that. And then we can start just popping some kids out. Now, there might be some other problems with that. We'll get to that in a second. I've also got problems at work. So, for example, I've got myself quite a few powerful dukes floating around at this point. And the problem with the powerful dukes is they're all kind of allied to each other in a great big chain. So, for example, yes, Michael down here is actually allied with Beloved over here. And Beloved over here, hang on, where's Beloved? And Beloved over here is also allied to Munster over here. And Munster over here, they're actually allied with Wessex. So there's a great big chain of alliances that could prove to be problematic, especially as if every single one of these guys decides to throw their troops at me simultaneously. I'm in a lot of trouble. And another problem, so one of my dukes, Michael, he's actually currently the heir to literally everything. If I die, he gets the lot. He is currently 35, I'm currently 26. So it's very much not in his interest to just sit there and chill out. Like, it would be really in his interest for me to die, like, as soon as possible. And potentially he's got the military strength to do it, and potentially he's also going to be immediately plotting for me to die. Now, problem number, are we up to 3 or 4? I can't remember. So remember that wife who I've basically sent over to Consumption Island and would very much like to die as soon as possible. So she's the spy master right now. She's actually the spy master as well. So basically my safety depends on her. And right now, yeah, rather than actually having her just chilling out at court, scheming and discovering plots, I've got her over on Consumption Island. So she is good at her job, but equally, I wouldn't actually mind her dying, and I am about to start cheating on her, and also basically legitimizing every bastard I can get out of everybody else, which she's not gonna like. So, potentially, there might be a situation where she actually doesn't really want to stop the plots against me. Basically, things are about to get stressful, because I need another bloody 4,500 odd prestige to found the Empire, which is my entire goal in life right now. So this is going to be fun. I tell you what, I'm just going to send my wife some more money. It's only 15 gold. There we go. That won her over very nicely. So, get time ticking along here. I need to start building up a bit of a war chest, because I think all my vassals together outnumber me. That means I need to be constantly floating enough money to buy mercenaries if that's what I need to do. And also, bloody hell, my court chaplain, whose name is actually Disaster, and they said, wow, that's a fun coincidence. So he was attacked by a stray dog while he was just carrying the family's relic shrine, and the holy bones fell onto the floor. The dog, we found it burying the bones. Now we don't know what's what. Well, thankfully, I've got a high learning skill, so I think I can actually get my holy bones back. So that's good, but seriously, Dad, do not just take the holy relics out for a walk. Now, I also can't help but notice we're actually weirdly close right now to having a majority of loyalists on the council, which is nice. Now, hang on. Who likes me the most right now? Who of my vassals is actually on board? Alright, so it's Munster and Beloved who are potentially the best bets. Because, yeah, actually, having just a couple of my dukes absolutely love me, so if they were invited into a war, they wouldn't join it. That could work too. Gift of 92. Alright, let's see if I can get a cheaper dealer if that's just set at the level of, you know, what level they are in society. 126 to that guy. Alright, we'll send you the gift then. Here you go. Here's 92, up by 34. So, that should have made a positive difference. Just let time pass on a day just so everything updates. And we've got ourselves... no. Sadly, even though he absolutely loves me, he's still a flipping glory hound and not a loyalist. Well, let's see what we can do in the laws anyway. I wouldn't mind just adjusting the obligations and... oh, blimey. Sorry, what happened to loyalist? Like, seriously, you were all totally just marked as loyal a second ago. Ah, but they won't vote against their own power. But then, neither of you would be voting against your... okay. Not quite sure why you're objecting so heavily to that, to be honest. I could potentially, yeah, get the actual tax contribution off the towns up a little bit. That might be worth doing. Yeah, go on then. Let's just get a little bit more money out of the mayors. See what we can do there. The mayors already don't like me. I've definitely got, yeah, a couple of votes and then a couple of question marks. Now, plenty of these guys like me, though. I feel like that should work. That should hopefully work. All I need is one of them to come down in my favour. That's literally it. And, like, plenty of these guys are simple pragmatists, like me quite a lot. I don't see a reason why they'd kick up a fuss over this of all questions. I need literally one of them to back it. Oh, and deeply worrying, remember that physician, the evil witch out in the woods or whatever? So, as it turns out, she's managed to completely botch a treatment for my mother. Okay, now even worse than before, barely clinging to life. So, on one side, that's bad. On the other side... would you mind going and treating my wife for, like, whatever disease you want to make up, quite frankly? It doesn't really matter. And yeah, ill treatment for gout. Okay, so what exactly are we going to do here? I can either make my mother like me less and potentially... oh, blimey, 10% chance my own mother becomes a bitter rival of mine. Or... okay, so her opinion... I don't want my doctor's opinion of me to go right down. No, I'm willing to accept a minor decrease in my mother's opinion and really hope I don't pick up bitter rife with my own doctor. Because that would be... oh no, that's not the doctor, that's my mother. Okay, well, hopefully... no, good. That was an unlikely one. It was only 10% anyway, so we are good. And oh, blimey. There's the forces of Gloucester. Yeah, there we are. Hopefully being able to beat up the actual English revolt. Ah, and Uslas, the barony of Uslas. Right, keep investing in that. Once upon a time, King Connor was able to kill our next king from beyond the grave. I think Useless might well end up doing the opposite. Useless is watching over us. She set up all of this. We would be nowhere near this high prestige if it wasn't for the work she did setting it up. Useless is watching us from above, alright? And I think the castle that she built and is named after her, that castle could yet save us, alright? That would be cool. Also, I just spent all of the money on further upgrades at the Barony of Uslas because, yeah, I just completely ignored that thing I just said about how I should totally 100% be floating a war chest. Also, Gloucester is having their arse handed to them right now. And yes, indeed. Okay, Gloucester has no choice but to back off, but might be able to recharge. The English revolt is... ooh, is that... oh, that's Norway. What are you doing here? Oh, bloody hell. She's actually not voted for it because she was returning a favour to someone else. Are you actually going to... right, well, at the bare minimum, at least that favour's been burnt. And, oh, Prince Arespo wants to go and join a holy order. Okay. Were you really contributing? Honestly, you weren't contributing much, were you? No. And that's 100 piety, which might be of use. Oh, go on then, off you go, have fun. Something I didn't really need to see at the summer fair this year, there was a puppet show when apparently one of the characters was supposed to be me. It's not very lifelike apparently, but Tannist Michael apparently found it a little bit on the funny side because his opinion of me has just gone down. It was already not looking great, to be honest. Also, deeply worried here. Unfortunately, it does look like, yep, just a couple of marriages I arranged there, don't worry. It does look like... yes, indeed, we've actually got Wessex are going to win their war. And that means Wessex will also control York. That's a bit more power than I'd like them to have. Oh, someone's decided to vote for it, however. Duke Beloved the Strong has backed. Oh, this is interesting. This is very, very interesting indeed. And no, they've rejected it. Boo. Boo, I say. Ah, that was close. Nice that Beloved backed it, though. Thanks, Beloved. Oh, but something very important here. It is late July, and I think we know what that means. Family focus just did not work out for me, but seduction. Seduction giving me fertility up, sex appeal up, good. You see, the thing is, I'm 27 years old, and I am a king, and I am mighty, and I have many lands, and 3 different kingdoms, and also a giant pile of prestige. I'm pretty sure my character's a virgin, however. So, as a result of that, it would be polite to the woman I'm going to marry after my wife eventually dies, once she gets the message that that's what she's supposed to be doing at this point, it would be polite for my future wife to actually, have a husband who's a bit more practiced in that regard. So, we are going to get out a couple of quick legitimate children right now. We'll just legitimize them. Hopefully the wife doesn't mind too much. It'll all be absolutely fine. And then hopefully I'll also pick up some of those plus sex appeal traits, which will hopefully help me be even more desirable on the marriage market when that shows up. So there we are, up to 14 intrigue and 29 state intrigue. Very, very nice indeed. I mean, I've already got this lover over here. So the thing is, she's not... Lover's pox. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. No, 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 no. Break up with her. Break up with her. Right now. Good. Thank you. Right, just get rid of her immediately. I do not need to get ill. Okay. Right, dodged a bullet on that one. Phew. Okay. What I actually need to do is find women in the court to seduce. So, thing that's extremely important... I need to pick women who are not the wives of my dukes. They dislike me enough already. I do not need them disliking me even flipping more. Okay? What I actually need is to find some nice, young, single women with plus fertility traits, so there is no fallout politically from these actions. Alright, so search my own realm for women who are not married, who are adults. Perfect. And then we just arrange by age here, and... here we go. Good stuff. So, what we need to do is find people who have things, like Fortune Builder, for example. Now, perfect world, I would prefer people who are actually culturally Breton. People who have got some good genetic traits, though there's quite a bit of lover's pox floating around. Is this a long-term consequence of Connor? I don't know, it might be. I hadn't actually thought of this, but... my own court physician, I can't help but notice... she is attractive. She's 26, so still plenty of fertility. No bonus fertility of her trait, though, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a shame. I mean, she does like me. I've got plenty of bonus fertility floating around. And she is Breton, and she's already right here. Oh, go on then. This strikes me as, yes, extremely useful. So, let's see what we've actually got here. Let's try and seduce my own doctor, who may or may not be a witch. But hang on, does the thing actually specifically flag? It does say she's Catholic, yes. Though, ooh, I am going to want to break up with this person sooner or later. Potentially my own doctor is the sort of person you do not ultimately want to actually hate you. Yes, that's worth considering. Ah, this Anna would actually be pretty darn good, but unfortunately, she's pregnant. Someone got there first. Dear flipping dear. Okay, it's not perfect, but Ilkum over here, she could do the job potentially. She is not so bad at all. Though she does have a history of rejecting seduction attempts, which might potentially be a bit of an issue. Oh, also me and her have actually got something in common. We were both actually tutored by Princess Iluit and have both actually ended up in a rivalry with her. So, oh, that's such a good opening line. We've got funny stories we can actually trade about how much we hate Iluit. Oh, that's flipping spot on. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so, first thing we need to do is send her a gift. 15 gold will do the job there. Spot on. Right, now we've given her a giant pile of money. Immediately try to... why can't I try and seduce her? Has the opinion reduced? Oh, flip! She's already rejected someone. For 2 years? Bloody hell. Right, okay, back to the drawing board. Alright, I'm going back to the court doctor. And if after I break up with her, she ends up absolutely flipping hating me, we can just quietly get rid of her, because she's low-born, so probably no one will care or whatever, and then we can just basically find a new doctor. I did just hear she just, like, you know, butchered my mother, or, well, not quite butchered, but, you know, she messed up the treatment. So let's also send her a gift of another 15. Oh, up to a flipping 100. She flipping loves me. Marvellous. Now we try and seduce her. Do that, spot on. Let's start getting some children coming out here. Now, speaking of my love life, what happened to my... Ah, it looks like the plague has stopped over there. Fine. Who's got a good epidemic going on? Sorry, you... There's literally no illness in the world right now. That's what you're trying to... Bloody hell. Right, okay. Apparently there's literally no illness in the world whatsoever. So that's just spot on. Right, just check on that occasionally so I can actually just deploy my wife whenever the next outbreak starts up. Oh, and that war is over. So in the end, you didn't want the entire duchy. You just wanted the county of Lincoln. And, oh, you also wanted the Duchy of York. Okay, you wanted both of those things. So, what does that actually mean right now? Oh, bloody hell. This is all interesting. Wait, where's England? Where the cock is... Wait, what the hell is going on here? Right, so we did just get all of York right there. And all of York, so, like, say, Countess Wolfram, she's still in place. But she's now reporting to Duke Leofwine the Usurper. Alright, fine. He's got himself... Actually, surprisingly, not that many troop capacity. That's interesting. And he still works for me. So, okay, hang on. Go back to realm view here. So, the situation is... Oh, bloody hell. England... What's England got left? England is... Yeah, it's literally London itself down there. And meanwhile, the actual army of... Well, actually... The Norwegians are fighting the English revolt right now because the English can't do it for themselves. So, okay, Cornwall just ate that, but this is going to go back to England. Derby is going to go back to England. This area is going to go back to England. And potentially, at some point, oh dear, potentially at some flipping point, yes, Gloucester will be able to reclaim this land, have a white peace, and probably be able to take Oxford sooner or later. So England will be London, Bedford, Northamptonshire, Derby, Durham, and Cumberland. That's Cumberland up there. Oh dear. Though yes, they've got another... Oh, here we go. Right. What are we going to do with you? Now, you already very much like me. So, the attraction is growing. What do I do to her? So the stuff we know about her, yeah. Webweaver, she is pretty, she's a mystic, she is honest, she is just, she is greedy, and she is zealous. Okay, bet she's a naive romantic, not really. Bet that she's experienced and bawdy, not really. Bet that she'll respond to poetry and learning. Well, she is clever, and I am clever, and I'm actually a very, very good poet. Give it a go. And I sure know how to cajole women. Oh yes, sweet illicit love. Is it illicit? Well, I guess it's illicit for me. Not really for her. She's single. That's fine. And lover and leaver. Let our love... Well, okay. I'm not sure I actually want to fall in love with her. To be honest, I am going to be marrying someone else. I'm perfectly happy to love her and leave her. But does that mean she's actually now my... Okay, well, the difference between love and lover is something I need to be clear on here. Like, I do not want to fall in love with her. I would like her to become my regular lover if that's possible. Oh, and what is this? I am an aspiring seducer, sex appeal plus 15. Good. Wait, hang on, I wasn't losing my virginity. I swear have I had some form of tumble in the past? I cannot recall. That might have been me losing my virginity. I'm not sure. I think there might have been one instance before in the past. I can't recall. Now, we've got ourselves an intervention to potentially do here. Who are we looking at here? Yeah, an Irish kid in the court. Honestly, not looking spectacular. Brawny, willful, twin. Yeah, not exactly great at all. I mean, he's okay. Okay, if he got a good education, he might be fine. I don't think he's enough to justify me in some way screwing myself over. No, he's going to learn on his own. Sorry, have fun. So, technically, oh bloody hell, I've accidentally brought Border Gore to England. So as a result of him doing that stupid thing, York is now here and down here, and also a tiny bit in Wales too. And Leinster, because this guy, yeah, decided that was going to be his primary actual title, Leinster has now replaced Mercia on the map, which is great, and England's just like up here, and I'm so sorry. This Border Gore probably hurts some of you. Still, time for yet another winter feast. Love a good old winter feast, and yeah, just keep an eye on the diseases. Anytime there wants to be a massive epidemic, that'd be lovely. Ah, now this is interesting. So, a boar hunt for the feast. Now, I could just go and do it myself, albeit at a small amount of risk. But I can't help but notice, yeah, even though that's 10 prestige, this guy will actually, yeah, guaranteed plus 15 opinion for 10 years. That's potentially welcome for helping push things through the council. I'm going to send him out. And if he happens to get himself murdered or whatever, then great. So you can have a bit of prestige, and looks like you have not been wounded. Fine. So he's up to plus 99. That is, yeah, that's a good event, potentially, to keep people liking you. We're doing all right on that front right now. We're doing all right. Okay, I'm going to try and re-seduce her again, but this time, when it says fall in love, like, I think it just means take as a lover. So maybe we just do that. And also spend lavishly on food, because money into prestige. Great. Oh, flip. Michael has just refused the invitation. He's never done that before. Michael does not normally refuse the invitations. He normally does come to the really fancy feast. Oh dear. All the other dukes have come, but he's... Oh, we need to start being very careful here. Alright, an informal event, and once again we've got her attention. So, mead in my room? And no, on this occasion I suggested we retire together, and she rejected me. Okay. The virtue is not strong. We've literally already been with her once. I think I just, clicked on the wrong button afterwards, so... It's fine. Everything's under control. Oh, and no flipping rest for the wicked. Yeah. So, this guy has basically just decided he really, really wants Oxford, and he's just dived straight back in. But this time, yeah, he's got a lot more men, because he's got reinforcements from York. Oh, and the consolidation and mopping up continues. Beloved straight after Derby as well. So Oxford and Derby are about to be flipping eaten, and there's nothing the English revolt can do about that. Now, quote love poetry again. Alright, that worked last time, and there we go. Now I'm going to let our love grow, which I'm not sure means actually in love, but I think it means take as a lover. So, hopefully I've now taken her as a lover. I'm not sure I actually love her, but screw it, it's fine. Right, now, let's start doing that on the regular, because if we do that on the regular, we might be able to actually get, a child out of all of this. Right, more investments in Uslas. Let's just get some stuff built here, like, ooh, a keep. For plus 5% to levy and garrison. Yeah, that's actually surprisingly expensive, to be honest. Training grounds, castle size. No, just get the stables up. Having a little bit of cavalry. We like having the cavalry advantage. I am a cavalry sort of king. And yeah, these armies are starting to get a little bit on the scary side. When Beloved wants to mobilise his troops, he's easily got 4,000 men. And for the last time, I do not care about people's private affairs. Forgive and forget. Okay? So yeah, 4,000 troops there. Like, bloody 2,600 right there. There's... Oh! And we've got a changeover. I think the old Duke of Munster just passed on, however. So, we've got, I assume you're dead, right? Yes, dead of severe stress at the age of only 48. Well, my wife's like 48 and she's stressed and she just refuses to bloody die. So, oh, you're even flipping worse. Oh no, at least this guy was vaguely competent at something. You're actually, well, you are a kid. You are just a kid for the time being. You're also suffering from lover's pox, so... Actually, that doesn't actually impact his health at all. Okay. What actually did that just open up on the council? That opened up Marshall. Are you at least like a moderately... Oh, you'd be... Okay. Marshall really doesn't do that much. It's not the most important one at all. Well, State Marshal does impact, I think it's reinforcement rates. Okay, I'm going to give you that job anyway, because I'm not sure. Well, okay, hang on. I could also make you Chancellor. Okay, if I made you Chancellor, Beloved would be a better Marshal. So, okay, I'm just going to move Beloved over to Marshal. That's fine. So just change your position, please. Despite the fact we have actually got incredibly competent people who would do a much flipping better job than you, and very loyal people who would, like, you know, vote with me under all circumstances, I'm just stuck giving it to you, you useless sick bastard. Right, summer fair time, and it's another year where there is literally no disease in the entire cocking world, because of course there isn't. And apparently it was a mistake inviting the jumping Jews of Jerusalem to the summer fair. They're all jumping at different rhythms, despite the rhythmic twang of the harp. Oh dear. Jumping, 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 until one of them loses his balance and falls towards his brothers, causing all of them to fall to the floor. That may have been the point, my liege. They may have just been, like, you know, tumblers. So, okay, demand my money back, in which case Beloved doesn't like that. He thinks that's a bit stupid. Or, I have, 25% of Gregarious. I'm not Gregarious right now, and Gregarious is really good. Like, yeah, vast opinion up, diplomacy +2. Yeah, let's go for that, and... oh, flip, I just got it. Oh, that was only a 25% chance. Oh, that's super good. That is up to flipping, oh yes. Yeah, up to flipping 15 with the benefit of that. That is very, very nice. I mean, look at those. Those are good stats. By the way, I've been thinking, what I should probably do is, while I was originally planning to, like, hold off until I had some children, it's taking a bit of time. So I'm going to actually, change my plans a little bit. Also, wait, Duke of Lancaster? Who the cock is the Duke of Lancaster? I thought whoever that is, they worked for me. Oh, they're just chilling out in Derby. Well, they're gonna be flipping Beloved's problem in a second, so that's fine. You just basically have fun plotting as much as you want. Yes, I was going to potentially join up to, one of the two religious orders just to gain charitable. But I'm feeling like instead, I'm going to join the Hermetic Society. I have got learning. I don't know whether Poet helps, actually. I feel like Poet might help a little bit. So, we'll see. There we go. I've now joined there. So, learning, diligent, patient, shrewd, just. Alright, it's not the best gain in the world, and sadly my poetry doesn't help me in the slightest, but it's alright. It's not bad. And, like, the more important thing, really, is I want to just get up to level 2 for the Potion of Eudaimonia, which is just very, very useful, because it means you don't have to worry about depression or stress anymore, which is, yeah, very, very powerful indeed. And it would be nice to see what the rest of the things do, but honestly, it's not so important to me. And the local nobles of Cornwall are complaining about too many peasants. Okay, so tell them to accept the peasants, and oh dear. It's just a mayor. Okay, I don't care about a mayor, screw the mayor. So yes, tell them to accept the peasants. Screw you, I don't actually care about what you have to say. And yet more prestige. Lovely. And yet more... seriously, why does this one keep coming up? I do not care about these dirty secrets. Oh, flip, we've got ourselves a crusade for Jerusalem. Again. Okay, that's fine. That's a good thing. That's a nice, easy little perk I can pick up there. That is very, very welcome. So I'm happy to join the crusade. Oh, I wonder if the crusade gets me... does that get me any, like, just, you know, free stuff in terms of prestige? I know it gets me the Crusader perk, which is very, very good. Here we go. Oh. Problem. I actually need to win. If we win the war, then who's Oswulf 6 Rideson? Is that the guy who's currently actually the... ooh. Okay, then yeah, Pope Clemens gains a bunch of stuff, and do I actually get anything? I'm not sure I actually get anything for any of this, which feels wrong. And who's Oswulf? Right, well, I found him. He is just some bishop. He's the court chaplain of York, meaning technically he actually works for me. Indirect. Why exactly would we hand over the whole of Jerusalem to the court chaplain of York? I mean, I guess maybe this guy was the one who managed to convince the Pope to do the crusade at all? Or maybe this is just like the highest ranking guy inside my territory. Okay, well I want the perk But what if I actually lose the war? It doesn't appear like I actually suffer in any way. Okay, well then I'm on board, I guess. There we go. Pope Clemens, who est in Horto most likely, he has decided to let me join the crusade. As has whoever that is, whoever you are, I have no idea who you are. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to, like, join the crusade first. Like, I'm not being first on the ground over there. That strikes me as a terrible idea. Especially as, who's this guy who's got... Okay, 27,000. 27,000 men available to him. Although, oh, most of them are mercenaries, actually. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Right, leave him alone for the time being, anyway. Alright, Western Europe's been a little bit slow to respond to this particular crusade. So far, like, no one else is showing up. At all. Though, that might be because I think both France and the Holy Roman Empire have still been excommunicated. France is too busy just slowly eating Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire just, yeah, presumably isn't invited. I mean, it would be nice for Italy to show up, and Sicily too. They've actually recovered some of the territory they lost previously. But yeah, actually, the number of actual Catholic nations in a position to go isn't exactly that high, is it? No, it is not. Ah, now here's interesting. So the Holy Roman Emperor decided to get in touch, saying he'd be quite interested in marrying Anna. Now, Anna is currently unmarried, doesn't have any claims I need to worry about, and, rather interestingly, has lover's pox. Yeah, go ahead. Off you pop, have fun. Now, the problem is, without a massive number of other Crusader nations showing up to provide support and I can just sneak in, this might be a little bit dangerous. I might actually end up throwing away quite a few troops here. I don't want to send that many. I'm just going to send a small number over. Yeah, let's just basically, okay, raise up the military. Just send 1,000 lads over there. And then, hopefully, they can just find a safe place to land, run up to Jerusalem. We put Catastrophe in charge, and then we basically immediately just take him straight off the army, and then we just break him down, and fine. We've lost a handful of men, doesn't matter. But we're not sending our best lads across. Most definitely not. We're just sending... Yeah, we're just sending these 1,000 lads right here from Gwynedd. And conveniently, yes, that is more than enough capacity. In fact, actually, we can split that in half. Right, that is not in half. Okay, you are not following what half means. Fine, that'll do the flipping job, I guess. You get in there, plenty of space for you. You guys just, like, naff off all the way over here. And then just once you get there, chill out in the ocean, and we'll just figure out then where and how to get you ashore. And we have got ourselves... Oh, we've got ourselves a kid here, and... Ah, yes, this is the one I decided not to intervene in the life of. He is fine, to be honest. Unremarkable. And possibly... Oh, ambitious young man. Ooh, he could never be like me. Okay, that's a bit harsh. So he could become proud, or I could make him ambitious. Okay, we'll give him ambitious, sure, why not? Now, and here's fun. The Duchess of Tuscany is apparently just available and interested in marrying. Was previously married to... Ah! The King of Bohemia, who was just attacking Kent not so very long ago. Fine, he might have died on that campaign. No, died a natural death, in fact. Well, 45, bit young, but alright, whatever. Yeah, okay. I'm willing to marry a duchess and potentially just have, well, what are the rules here? It is... No, it's primogeniture. Yeah, okay. I can just basically siege one of my dynasty over on a lovely little holiday home. Why not? Ah, but there's also a nice actual... Well, she's 30, but that's not that old. Yeah, we do have... Princess Helena the Fat, oh dear. Okay, she hasn't got any children out yet. Patient, misguided warrior. Can we actually... Inheritable claim on the Kingdom of Sweden? Yeah, go on. That's probably more interesting to me as that's actually in my part of the world. Go on then. Alright, a few people have actually jumped aboard, which is quite nice. So we've also got Venice is on board, the Duchy of Crimea, and the Duchy of Savoy. Okay, so we've got a few people floating around here, just a few. We've also got, rather interestingly, I'm pretty sure you're on board with this, aren't you? Yes, you definitely are. 15,000 men. I'm not sure where the hell you got those from, but well done. Oh, well, there's the army we're trying to defeat. And they've already utterly slaughtered the first few down on the ground. So that's unfortunate. Right, keep an eye on where those guys are. And my court physician and also lover has shared some of her latest ideas with me. I don't know much about medicine, but she might be onto something. Okay. And I think, yes, increase her opinion of me. Yeah, have a little bit of gold. That seems perfectly fair to me. And if you wouldn't mind getting yourself pregnant, that'd be marvellous as well. Hurry up, bloody hell. Oh, flip, we've got a disease outbreak. There's actually measles. We've got measles. Great. Where's my spy master? Go on, wife. Actually, you know what? I've heard that, like, Rome is lovely this time of year, so have some fun. Also, I quite like the fact that she now actually likes me more than she used to, because I'm so sexy, my sex appeal's going up, but she has not asked any questions about why I'm getting sexier. It's fine. Just don't ask, it's okay. Okay, so what I really need to do is... Oh dear, I see... Yeah, I see where you are. So you're about to arrive over here. That is not great, and how many of these people are on... I don't know how many of these people are on my side or not. I'm pretty sure I'm not fighting you. A Byzantine revolt's got nothing to do with me. Okay. I'm just going to let this person wander off. I mean, that's the papacy right there. Sooner or later, he's going to have to turn back north and deal with that. When he turns back north, at that point... I will actually try and run ashore and just make it to Jerusalem. Well, there's another 6,000 men right there. Okay, and then the papacy's fighting something round here. Okay, I think this might be a safe time to try and get ashore here. When do I actually hit shore? I do not know. But I should be able to make it to Jerusalem, hopefully. Oh, there's another bloody 6,000 guys from the papacy. Has those guys who are over there actually... You guys haven't set off, which is not helping. I think they have to be ferried in... Yes, they're being ferried in small groups because they don't have enough flipping boats. Right, you guys. All we need to do now is get you to Jerusalem and then immediately run. Alright, then I'm basically done with this crusade. So, currently forbidden to lead armies? Nope, you can lead as many armies as you want. In particular, this terrible one. So you... Get over there. Lovely. Next, Jerusalem itself. Just step over there. And then as soon as you get there, basically just start flipping running. Oh my goodness, I'm ready to storm the walls of Jaffa Cakes. And that gets me, 25 prestige. And I'm over 4,000. We are halfway there. I am a Crusader, martial +2, church opinion way up, religious same trait opinion way up, personal combat skills up a tiny bit too. Yeah, actually, maybe few of the bishops will actually be refusing to come to my party this year. Okay, now we've got that, you're not actually doing that anymore. Now this can be like Brangan's job or something. Or nobody's, everyone is fine. Yeah, there we go, no one's leading this army anymore. Back to Cornwall we go, and you can just... Actually, you know what? You guys, stay here. Just, like, follow these guys about. Just, like, see if you can make it over there. Join up with the Pope's forces. If we can help, we will. There we go. I've officially locked my army over to them. So we've actually got ourselves a decent force here. Though, yes, if we could just get the remainder of the forces that are slowly being ferried over from over here onto the actual shore, we might stand a flipping chance. And is that the... Ooh! The Sicilians are coming. Yeah, if you guys just want to, like, naff off for a bit, we might stand a flipping chance. So, keep an eye on how that crusade's going. Quite frankly, I'm done with it. I'm already a crusader, so yay me. I feel like that shouldn't work, but it does work. And, like, you know, it's just too good to turn down, really. Oh, flip. Michael is now officially Duke Michael Ironside of Brittany. Blimey, heck, alright. Okay, not only does my wife not have measles, she has recovered from her stress. Possibly, she spent a lovely time on this here Mediterranean island when there was, like, you know, literally nothing to do and there was no disease. So basically, I've just sent her on holiday. This is the worst assassination attempt ever. Oh, minor inconvenience here. So, the Warwick Peasant Revolt. So, what do you guys want exactly? I'm not 100% clear on what it is you actually want. I mean, you're attacking me, fine. What are you actually looking to get? Independence. Well, why are you not attacking Beloved then? I feel like this isn't really my fault, but alright, I'm happy to murder you if you insist. Right, deploy 5,000 men in that direction. That should be absolutely flipping plenty to destroy them. Is there anything of interest here? Doesn't look like it. Fine, we'll just basically go and murder you, you stupid bastards. And we've also got someone who's just shown up who'd be a fine chancellor. I agree. Unfortunately, problem, my court's flipping full of stupid idiot dukes who are terrible at their jobs who I have to give jobs to anyway. And here we go. Actually, weirdly, their centre is collapsing by far the fastest there. So their centre's already gone. And now we're just vaguely charging into each other. And, okay, guys, leave me alone. I'm not actually dealing with, like, you know, stealing someone else's laboratory right now. But you're going to force me to choose, aren't you? Fine. So, do you want me to go and do this? No, I don't. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the break into other people's laboratory. It sounds risky. Okay, I'm happy to write theorem papers or whatever. I'll get on with that in just a second, as soon as I put down this bloody rebellion. So, I win that battle nice and easy. Derby's been seized by Beloved. That rebellion's already flipping at 100%, so you bastards can just basically naff off. I get 20 prestige for that, so good. And maybe I get 100 gold as well. Do I get 100 gold? Well, I get prestige at the bare minimum. I'm already over 4,000, which is good. You guys are just idiots. Why did you even do that? I had to sacrifice some men for that as well. Right, let's just wander off out of here. Quite frankly, this doesn't seem to involve me in the slightest. Oh, also, this is interesting. I think something rather fun has happened here, which is 2 of my vassals are simultaneously going for Oxford. And by the way, thank you for taking Derby. It actually has cleaned up some of the border gore quite nicely. So yeah, I think 2 different people want Oxford. So right now, Duke... Wait, hang on, Duke... Who are you? Oh, okay, you want Oxford, fine. I know you want Oxford, no problem. But the forces of Wessex, or rather York these days, they've also managed to find someone who's claimed they want to push on York. So my vassals are getting a bit fighty, quite frankly. They're actually being a little bit more successful than I'd like them to be. They're expanding into... Yeah, they're basically going to eat England. At that point, they're arguably more dangerous than England ever was, because now, all of a sudden, they might be able to turn Ireland and Brittany on me too. And I've apparently also just gained the ability to create the Duchy of Lancaster, because I own, like, all of it, somehow or other. So, okay, I guess, that strikes me as reasonable and fair. I'm going to create that right now, and oh, wait, hang on. Everything in the world just happened. Oh, bloody hell, everything in the world just happened on the same day. Right, just wait 1 second. Yes, I'd like the prestige, please. Great. Now, what else is happening? Ah, there's been decadence problems going on somewhere in the Middle East. Actually, no, not in the Middle East, in Portugal instead. Pretty much as far away from the Middle East as you can get on the map, actually. So, okay, there's just been a change of management over there because decadence got too high. Great. And some random woman shown up who's particularly charming, and I apparently really want to make her Chancellor. Except, I can't do that. No, I am sorry. I'm very sorry, but I cannot do that. And also, the bit of Ireland I control is prospering. Great! My wife is still not sick. At all. She's just absolutely fine. She's gonna live for flipping ever. Now, that Duchy of Lancaster. Technically, that... Okay, it's supposed to be there. But it just doesn't actually exist. So, who do I want to give that to? Because I can't have it myself. I mean, I could just give it to some random person. But actually, wait, hang on. De jure, oh blimey. It belongs half to York and half to... Yeah, the land's currently held by... Well, what was Mercia? I'm just going to keep referring to them as well. I'm probably going to keep referring to them as... Probably Mercia, even though it's not Mercia. Maybe I'll refer to York as Wessex. York and Wessex are now the same thing. Bloody hell. Okay. Who do I give that to? Who's it right to give that to? I don't know. Actually. Beloved likes me the best, doesn't he? Yeah, Beloved's pretty cool with me. Beloved is pretty cool with me, and he desires that duchy. If I gave him that duchy, he would have de jure right to go to war against York. Now, if Mercia and Wessex end up in a war with each other, as far as I'm concerned, good. Yes. Here, have the Duchy of Lancaster, all flipping yours. So he's straight up to loving me at 100, so I'm hoping, therefore, that, yeah, what we'll actually have with him is he won't cause trouble with me, and he might start causing trouble to secure the rest of Lancaster that he's going to start feeling is his by right. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Now, let's also just have a little look-see in on the succession here, because what are the rules of your succession? Sadly, primogeniture. I was kind of hoping Gavelkind, because if I could force you into Gavelkind, I could split this all up. In fact, actually, isn't that a thing I can actually tell you to do? Yes, demanding Gavelkind. Okay. He might refuse or ask for something in return. It doesn't tell me whether he's going to accept or not, though. I mean, is that really the most important thing to me right now? He's not even that strong, is the weird thing. Despite, like, all of the territory he's got. Yeah, actually, he can only actually muster at full strength about 3,300, give or take. It's not much. Next to Beloved, Beloved can actually field more than that just with what he's got here. And weirdly, Munster can actually get a fair amount of troops out too. Yeah, they can actually get 2,300. Michael is a little bit on the worrying side. He's up to 5,000 now. And I can't force him to actually, like, you know, lose anything. Because, well, ideally, I'd like some of those counties divided up a little bit. He holds a bit too much territory by himself. And naturally, he wants the Kingdom of Brittany, because of course he flipping does. And, yeah, we've still got another 2 bloody decades of people actually thinking I'm a tyrant, because there was one misunderstanding with a priest years ago. I think one of my senior male figures is actually going around with a seduction focus, sleeping with multiple women, and has infected them with lover's pox. I think we've actually got an outbreak of lover's pox because one guy is going around spreading it. So we've actually got, not quite an epidemic, but we've certainly got a problem. Meanwhile, back in the Crusade, the guy who's got a ridiculous amount of troops, looks like they've actually finally bothered showing up, which is marvellous, and they've taken a bit of a battering. Yeah, 14,000 of all of that is just a single force that's come from one of the little islands in the Mediterranean. Marvellous. And we've got a feisty young scullery maid. And, okay, make her a lady and make her my mistress, or bed her, make her mine. Yeah, plot, discovery, chance, and intrigue. I definitely want that for 30 years. I'm worried about plots right now. Yes, I will be a maidservant lover. That'll be marvellous. Oh, Oxford's turning into a mess here. So, Reading itself has been occupied by Unpronounceable. Then Buckingham, meanwhile, that's being held by York. That's being held by York. Fine. So 3 territories have been held by York, 1 by Unpronounceable. But then what happens if he tries to take the territories that York's already... Are they allowed to do that? I don't know if they're even allowed to do that. Meanwhile, the Durham Peasant Revolt has just gone a little bit on the nut side. Because, yeah, there's 2,000 up there, 1,000 down here. So York's having some trouble with revolts. And... who are you? Wait. Are you the exact same guy that... I swear you did that before. Okay, the Duke of... I know for a fact you have tried to actually take out Denmark in the past. It didn't work then. It's not going to work now, especially now you've got even fewer troops. Still, the matter looks like it's been settled there. That is, yes, York has basically just wandered round here and eaten this bit of territory. So York was actually the one that was able to get hold of Oxford in the end, and England has finally... I think settled down, by which I mean, it's not settled. Oh no! Oh, the terrible. And I'm not sure that necessarily means, oh, it probably does actually, he is an impaler. Right, so he's not a very nice man, and he's not a very good king. He is not doing a good job here at all. And obviously my wife, who's doing just flipping fine, is also doing her job marvellously. Bloody hell. Oh no, no, it's gone. I think the disease has worn off. Right, let's try something else. We need to find, like, a worse disease. Oh, hang on, what's that up there? That is slow fever. Oh, that's probably not even that bad. Well, we'll give it a go, I guess. Oh, I physically can't deploy her there, because it's actually less advanced than the area I'm already in. Right, well, that's just... Okay, you just come home for a bit and scheme. And don't pay too much attention if you hear any rumours when you get back about me having, like, lots of affairs with maidservants and doctors and whatever. Total lies, all of it. Oh, but... it has actually happened. Denmark is currently under my dynasty. Ooh. This is fun. This is very, very fun indeed. So at this point, yep, Kurnow doesn't just run this area. Kurnow runs up here. Wow, Kurnow... What are you guys? Oh, that's also apparently Denmark. Denmark just owns a bit of that? Does it? Okay. Denmark just owns a bit of Norway. Oh, Denmark's doing hot, but Norway's not doing great. Sweden's eating some of it. Denmark's eating the rest. Okay, so me and Denmark, presumably, we get on well, right? Yes. Oh, he's brought Tanistry in. Have you actually genuinely brought... No. No, oh no, it means because he might one day be... Ah. Okay, now, the problem is you're awful, which is a shame. Which is a real shame, but other than that, everything's fine. Also, he's having... Why can't I have any children? Alright, seriously, I just want some children. Sorry, Catastrophe's getting a bit broody at this point. Yeah, there we go. So, Ilkham, who I wasn't able to be with last time because she was pregnant, she's pregnant again. Alright, why is everybody else, like, having children, but not me? Right, you know what? Let's try someone else at the same time. Let's see if we can actually have 2 lovers simultaneously. So, I'm just going to say her name's Mary. It's probably not. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. She is lustful. Alright, she's lustful and shrewd and zealous, and so am I. So, you, come to my court, please. And, oh, I don't need to bother. I can just seduce her without bothering to invite her. Great, get on with that then. Though, okay, I'll invite her to court anyway. This will be fine. It'll probably be easier if she's actually at court. So, let's see if we can just actually seduce her a bit. Oh, flip, measles. Lots of measles. I just saw that outbreak. I can't move you over to the measles until... Actually, it's pretty soon. It's only September this year. Right, okay, this is fine. And Marie. Okay, what are we going to do to get Marie here? Flirt with her discreetly. Leave a note to meet me by the stream. Seek an ally among her friends. No, let's not risk this getting out. I can't have my wife hating me because she's the one keeping me from being assassinated. Okay, let's flirt with her discreetly. I'm clever. I can be discreet. And excellent. Oh dear, I do believe my winning personality has impressed her. But it never actually seemed to be enough. Okay. Need a new plan. Keep trying. It's fine. We'll just have 2 lovers simultaneously. It's going to be okay. And, oh! Apparently we won the Crusade. That's good. Praise Jesus. So, that's unexpected in some ways. Right, well, I guess we, I can go back over to the thing here. So, who actually does own this right now? It is owned by the Kingdom of England. Right, this is all... fascinating stuff. Yes, in the end it was Earl Eadwulf of Safed, who is technically working for the Duke of Essex, who's technically working for the King of England, because the King of England does... Wait. What happened to the Kingdom of Jerusalem? Where did that go? You know, the weird thing is, England possibly has a better chance of holding this on this occasion. Oh, wait, hang on. That's the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Right, no, that's the Duchy of Jerusalem. Right. And then, okay, Kingdom of Jerusalem doesn't exist. Who destroyed it? I don't know. Fascinating. So, okay, England actually, in theory, I mean, previously, the reason they couldn't hold it is because they were too focused on their own business. And by the way, we'll just retrain those guys back home. But at this point, England could just straight up say, screw the holdings in England, we'll just start a new life down there. This could actually work surprisingly well. And a vassal inheritance warning. So, this Baron, okay, potentially his title might pass out of the realm. Presumably because, yeah, he's something to do with the new Jerusalem business. What can we learn about you precisely? Honestly, it's fine. It doesn't affect me. That's York's business. I'm just going to stay out of it. Oh, a midnight snack, and we've actually got a new option here. So, because I'm actually part of the Hermetic Society... I can, yeah, ask her star sign. Alright, let's see if that happens to work well. It's a special option, and excellent. Let our love grow. Right, so, new lover, and that's up to 2 at this point. So, I've got a wife and 2 lovers. So, seriously, at some point, one of them has to get pregnant. I mean, at this point, I'm starting to be suspicious that King Catastrophe might just be shooting blanks. Because something's not quite right here. And a nice chance to swap, yeah, 5 piety for 10 prestige. I will take that, thank you. Lovely. Now keep a very close eye on the measles, because momentarily I'll be able to move her. Literally, it's only just expanding in this direction, So ideally, if this territory is okay to move you over to... And yes, we could. Oh, darn it. Okay. If it spreads to Paris, or to this territory over here, that'll be okay. Dear, oh flipping dear. Yeah, I need to find a spot where there's disease. That's slow fever. I know for a fact all of that is behind us. Yeah, we're too technologically advanced right now. Actually, wait, hang on. Hang on, John. What are you talking about? You don't just have study technology. You can just build a spy network literally anywhere. Yes, send her over there and build a spy network. Spot on. Right, straight into the measles. So you start building a spy network. In fact, like, particularly coughing people. I want a network of coughing people. Oh, suspicious circumstances have just claimed the Duke of Unpronounceable. So that has all moved over to his, to a very young girl, who therefore will not be able to do very much for quite some time. She's only 3, and who knows how she'll actually turn out. Alright, fascinating stuff. Alright, time for the Winter Feast for the year. Question is, will Michael refuse to come again? Because fine, the bishops don't come because, oh, this time, flipping Wessex doesn't want to come. Right, my dukes are very not keen. Have I got a real problem here? Okay, well that guy is indeed down at -4. Everyone else is fine though. Seriously, stop judging other people for this. You do have 2 lovers and a wife. And you can't seem to get any of them pregnant. And apparently we've got a sexy lady at the dinner party. Oh, this is going to be the best winter feast ever. Marvellous. So it didn't take long until she looked at me with more than interest in her eyes. Have I actually leveled up my maidservant lover, aspiring seducer? No, I'm still just aspiring for the time being. Still, that's fine. And I'd like to flirt, or I'd like to show you the castle, especially in my bedchamber. Oh, wait, did I just say Duchess? Oh, flip, who have I just seduced? Uh-oh. Duchess, who's Ruman? Who was... Oh, flip, hang on. Who the cock have I just slept with? Oh, flip, it's the wife of Monster. Oh dear. Oh, he better not find out. Oh, that could be bad. Oh, I hope she doesn't get pregnant. Oh, she probably is. This is going to be the one time I can get a woman pregnant. Why won't you just die? Why are you resistant to all disease? And here's something interesting. Just checking in the young kids as they come of age. So, Geralt, courtier in Cornwall, who was your father again? Ah, you're actually the son of Brestle-Conan. So this is actually the grandson of Euslas the Holy. One of the options for him is the new Duchess of Unpronounceable, which right now does not belong to my dynasty. Bringing it back into the dynasty, that I think I could do with. And she's willing to accept a not matrilineal marriage, so that will do just absolutely perfectly. You two get yourselves nice and betrothed, and when the time comes, pop out a few children, and we can actually get people of our dynasty back controlling parts of the realm. Literally just got an alert that some woman in my court just died of natural causes at 52. My wife's 51, going strong, will live forever. At this point, I'm thinking of not waiting. I might just have to break off the flipping non-aggression pact with Scotland myself. But even if I do, I need to wait another 2 years to actually attack any of the bits of Ireland. That's 200 prestige. I'd actually need to take like all 3 of those bits of Ireland back just to make a prestige profit off that. And general opinion. No. I've got to wait for my wife to die. Why? Just die, please. It's the 13th century and you're over 50. It's perfectly reasonable. Oh, and the situation's getting fun for England again. So remember how the last time England basically won the Crusade, they got immediately counter-invaded by the Middle East? I think that's about to happen again. Because they are definitely at war against 2 large Middle Eastern factions, and they have raised all their troops. Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. And Sweden and Kent have decided to get involved. I'm staying out of this one. I'm staying 100% out of this one. Screw it. I'm not getting involved. Oh, flip, it's happened. It's actually happened. I've managed to have a child. I've got a son. I'm genuinely really happy. I genuinely am. Okay, it's a bastard for now, but we can sort that out. We can just legitimise it. Oh, it was my second lover. It was Mary, the Irish woman we brought over. Oh, I've got a son. I've waited so long for this. I've waited so flipping long. Oh, this is lovely. This is absolutely flipping lovely. I'm going to call this kid... I'm going to call him Joy. Even though that's not traditionally a boy's name, I don't care. This is Joy, and he's my son, and I love him. Okay? And I'm going to legitimize him. Little Joy is my spitting image. Okay, now what does that actually mean? So, full inheritance rights. And, well, it doesn't really matter in this particular, like, Dynastic thing, but whatever. Acknowledge him as mine. So he's illegitimate, but is sanctioned as my son and can be married off to form alliances. But if he has children, he's not actually part of the dynasty. She'll be pretty pleased about that. Denounce the child. Okay, that would definitely not be a good idea. Screw it. Legitimized. Now, how does my wife feel about that? Okay, legitimized a bastard, minus 40. Mostly, she's okay. I'm going to send her some money. There we go, I fixed everything. I've got a son. Prince Joy of Cornwall, there is actually, finally, a cocking son. Oh, this is lovely. I'm going to raise him myself. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. None of this Princess Iluit. I know she normally does all of that business. I'm going to handle this myself. Alright, he's my son. I shall take care of him. Yes, yes I shall. Oh, we're going to have a special summer fair for this. Special summer fair. Everyone come to the fair. Alright, this is the I Have a Son fair. We're going to have a parade, and we're going to put Joy on top of the parade, and I'm going to carry him around, and I'm going to wave at the crowd, and I'm going to kind of pick up his tiny baby arm, and I'm going to make him wave at the crowd too, and everyone's going to be like, oh, he's so adorable, isn't he? And he is, because he looks just like me. It's going to be beautiful. Just to reinforce the point, I might just like stick a fake moustache, a terrible, terrible moustache on the baby, just so everyone understands what the point is. Oh, I'm genuinely really thrilled I have a son. It's taken so flipping long, but screw it. I've actually got a son. Oh, this is nice. Right, okay, so we know this woman's fertile, and we know I'm fertile too. So we can just keep this going on for the time being. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so flipping happy. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Let's call it a part there on this happy, happy ending. I have a son, and my wife's okay because I've tossed some money at her, and hopefully she'll catch measles and die at some point, and everything will be fine because I'm presumably eventually going to marry the best woman in the world. So at this point, yeah, I've got myself my fertility up, my sex appeal up, I am a maidservant lover. That doesn't help so much. I feel like I shouldn't be an aspiring seducer. At this point, I should really be like the court tomcat or something. But then again, whoever it is that's been spreading lovers' pox around, they have done a better job than me. I mean, I'm a poet. I am clever. I'm good with money. I went on a crusade. I'm ambitious. I've got a natural sense of justice. I'm good at talking. I am a catch. I am one hell of a catch. Alright, when my wife finally stops being selfish and dies, oh, the woman I'm going to marry is going to be incredible. I have no doubt. And hopefully we will get to that next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, okay, that would have been good if I'd actually hit the ball. And swing! Yes, yes, yes! That is the swing! That is the swing! Come on! Golf you! Oh, yes! Oh, 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 oh! I'll get you next time, golf.